9 signs you're extremely intelligent. 1. You're empathetic. Empathy, commonly described as the ability to experience things from someone else's perspective, is a key component of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence refers to your ability to understand emotions and express them in healthy and productive ways. Acknowledging your own emotions is an important first step. However, people with high emotional intelligence generally have a pretty good awareness of what others think and feel as well. High empathy usually means you can sense when people are struggling, often through subtle signs in their body language or behavior. Empathy can also show up as a deeper level of consideration and acceptance of the varied experiences of others. Like any skill, empathy develops when you flex it, so learning more about others and expressing your concern for them can foster even stronger emotional intelligence. 2. You have a strong sense of self. Knowing what you need from your interactions is just one part of self-awareness. Your personal sense of identity also relates to your perception of your traits and abilities, life values, key life goals and desires. Other defining characteristics. A well-developed sense of self signals a high level of intelligence, since a strong self-identity typically means you feel secure in who you are, know where your skills lie, have the confidence to make choices that reflect your beliefs. It can take time to discover these things about yourself. Even once you've established your identity for yourself, it can still take some effort to feel comfortable expressing yourself freely. Setting and honoring your own boundaries. Choosing a path that aligns with your values or personal code. 3. You always want to know more. Perhaps simple explanations never satisfy you. You enjoy reading, art, and exploring other languages and cultures. You ask thoughtful questions that get to the heart of an issue, spend hours delving into the minds of the internet to explore a new interest, or take things apart simply to see how they work. Your curiosity might also show up as an interest in the lives and experiences of others. These traits, along with open-mindedness and a willingness to question your own beliefs, fall under the umbrella of openness to experience, a Big 5 personality trait. 4. You observe and remember. Often praised for your powers of observation. Maybe you're not exactly Sherlock Holmes, but noticing what happens around you can still suggest intelligence. Working memory is your ability to store and work with specific pieces of information. In fact, the ability to notice and observe can relate to different types of intelligence. Good eye for patterns? Maybe your observations show up in your creative work. These are elements of spatial visual intelligence. Great memory for things you read or hear? That's your verbal linguistic intelligence at work. A deep understanding of nature may even be a type of intelligence, according to Gardner. Naturalist intelligence might show up, for example, as an innate ability to recognize patterns or changes in a natural environment. 5. You have good body memory. Intelligence can show up in a physical context, too. Maybe you can't explain how to get to a specific restaurant, but your body knows the way, even though you only walked to that part of town once, several years ago. Or perhaps you pick up complicated dance steps after your instructor demonstrates them just once. High bodily kinesthetic intelligence can translate to better dexterity and coordination. You remember patterns of movement and you can also replicate them without much effort. This can make you pretty good at sports and other physical activity, but it can also improve your skill with fine details. 6. You can handle the challenges life throws at you. Life isn't always simple, and some people find its complex twists and turns easier to face than others. Adaptability is a key component of intelligence. It describes your ability to adjust to new situations or changing events. This trait can also connect to resilience, which is your ability to recover from adversity. Maybe you stand up to uncertainty, ready to meet whatever comes your way head-on. Even when things don't play out the way you hoped, you bounce back quickly, ready to keep trying. 7. You're good at keeping the peace. Strong interpersonal skills also indicate intelligence. Take conflict resolution. Maybe you have a gift for peacemaking between disgruntled coworkers or quarreling friends. Even when you were younger, you found it easy to calm sibling battles or cheer up frustrated parents. This skill has several components, all of which tie back to intelligence. You read the body language of others, which can offer the first clues to conflict. You use these signals to ask questions and listen empathically to get a full story from both sides. You encourage those involved to consider other perspectives. You help strategize potential solutions to the problem. Getting along well with others may not automatically translate to academic genius, however, most would agree it's a useful form of intelligence. 8. You tend to worry about things. Worrying, in basic terms, equates to preparing yourself for the possibility of something unpleasant. People who live with anxiety generally spend a lot of time worrying, even about things they recognize as pretty unlikely to happen. The upside of all that worrying? It could suggest greater intelligence. Highly intelligent people may not spend much time stressing over things they know are unlikely to happen. They might also feel more secure in their ability to handle any challenges that do come up. As a result of this confidence, they worry less. On the other hand, highly intelligent people might spend more time worrying because they have extensive knowledge of potential threats and want to prepare for every possibility. This worry might involve brainstorming plans to handle the situation or thinking of ways to avoid trouble. People tend to look at anxiety as a negative trait, but this finding emphasizes the essential function of anxiety, recognizing and responding to danger. 9. You're good at managing your emotions. Everyone deals with painful or unwanted emotions from time to time. That's a normal part of life. The way you handle those emotions can say a lot about your emotional intelligence, though. Generally speaking, people with high emotional intelligence can recognize complex emotions, understand how those emotions affect choices and behavior, respond to those emotions productively, exercise self-control to express feelings at appropriate times, express feelings in safe and healthy ways. Like other aspects of emotional intelligence, emotional regulation skills develop with practice.